This curve in your back is no accident. The chair, it was designed as a tool for control and restriction. In the past, we were free, moving on the ground. But thrones elevated kings above mankind, and today, industrial gears have imprisoned us behind desks. The question isn't how you sit, but when will you rise? But the greatest catastrophe happened with the dawn of the Industrial Revolution in Europe. Factory owners realized that pinning a worker to a chair guarantees the highest rate of production. This is how the chair transformed from an exclusive royal privilege into a tool to restrict workers' movement. A bizarre fact: the scientist Charles Darwin was the first to put wheels on a chair to move faster in his lab. And today, humanity spends over 9 hours a day in continuous sitting. It is the greatest behavioral anomaly in the history of our genetics. In ancient Rome, the curule chair was reserved for magistrates only because it symbolized the power to issue death sentences. Even the word chairman comes from this era, where the leader possessed a chair and the rest sat on wooden benches. In the modern era, the illusion of ergonomic chairs appeared. A harsh truth: it's just marketing to make your muscles exert less effort. Scientifically, after just 30 minutes of sitting, your fat-burning system slows down and your body enters a deep hibernation. With slowed blood circulation, oxygen flow to the brain decreases, explaining the fatigue and mental fog after prolonged sitting. Before the 1950s, the term sedentary lifestyle practically didn't exist. Then screens arrived to complete the chair's mission. Astronauts lose muscle and bone mass in zero gravity, which is the exact same biological effect the chair has on your body on Earth. Even standing desks aren't the magic solution. The human body was structurally and anatomically engineered for one thing only: continuous movement. Human joints do not have blood vessels. They are nourished only through the pumping of fluids during movement. Sitting means starving them until they dry out. The human spine is designed in an S shape to absorb shocks, but the chair forces it into a C shape, destructively multiplying the pressure on spinal discs. Constant slouching over desks compresses the diaphragm and reduces lung capacity by 30%. You are literally breathing less and living less. During the Industrial Revolution, desks were not associated with intellectual work. Rather, they were a tool to tame workers and monitor them in long, orderly rows inside factories. Chemically, remaining seated for long periods raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and is directly linked to modern depression rates. The inevitable end of this lifestyle is never comfortable. The chair you choose today out of comfort may force you into another chair out of disability tomorrow. At the end of the 19th century, the chair transformed from a tool of restriction into a literal weapon of execution, with the invention of the electric chair for systematic death. In the court of King Louis XIV in France, the type of seat determined your political rank. Only the highest nobles were allowed to sit on a backless stool before the king. During the Middle Ages, monks and scribes spent their entire lives copying books while standing, because sitting was strictly considered a sign of laziness and sin. In ancient China, people didn't know chairs for centuries. Everyone, including emperors, sat on floor mats, until the barbarian chair was introduced, completely altering their culture. In the dungeons of the Spanish Inquisition, the spiked interrogation chair was designed to extract confessions by forcing the victim to sit with their own body weight as the most gruesome form of torture. In the British Parliament, politicians' benches were designed with a precise distance of 2 sword lengths to prevent them from stabbing each other while sitting and debating. Even human fashion changed because of it. The emergence of tailored trousers in Europe was tied to the need to sit on horse saddles and then chairs, instead of traditional robes. In modern diplomacy, the size of the chair is used as a psychological weapon. Dictators seat their guests on low, sunken chairs to make them feel weak and inferior. The power of the throne moved from royal palaces to major boardrooms, where the chairman occupies the head of the table, to exercise the exact same ancient dominance in a modern suit. As for the real disaster today, it's that we pay massive amounts of money to buy advanced chairs, only to voluntarily imprison ourselves in front of screens for endless hours. The chair began as a symbol of power and ended as a silent shackle for humanity. In the end, we didn't invent the chair to rest, but to forget how to stand